Okay, so the challenge we'll be covering here is named Get In and Get Out. In this challenge, the players have to exploit a development environment and retrieve tokens from a web server and a GitLab server. So it's a two-part challenge. They retrieve the first token by logging into the web server with an administrator account. And then for the second part, they need to get root access to GitLab. Here we can see the competitor connecting to the developer machine via SSH. This machine will contain a local copy of the source code from the Git repository and other development tools, and it is meant to simulate a developer's workstation. Right now, he's looking through the documents directory and moving in, and he has found so it is a personal access key for the developer account on the gitlab.merch.codes machine. And they are trying to connect to a database server. So they found that IP address and some credentials earlier in one of those other source code files, which pointed to a database, and now they are trying to connect to that. Curl command, and they're trying to receive or retrieve project data from the GitLab server. So they run into a few failed connection messages. They're changing some of the parameters in their curl command. So passing different data in the using a token in the HTTP header here. Okay, so now they've got a successful connection. They pulled some data back, trying to see if there's anything interesting there in their result. See them looking through there in the results for any data that might be valuable to answer this question. So here they can see some of the different projects and explore GitLab from a web browser. They're still concentrating on the users table, so definitely in the right place. They are running another Nmap scan for a specific IP that they have. And it looks like they're going through their Nmap scan results here, and they're about to figure out that they have discovered a Redis cache server. So now the user knows they are onto something here. So they're connecting to the Redis CLI, which is the command line interface. So this is definitely good progress. And now that they're going to start exploring all the commands that they can run here. They're still exploring the Redis cache, and they're starting to look for what kind of data is actually stored in that cache. So which is a good move. At this point, they are trying to insert data into the cache, which is also a pretty good idea. So they're thinking that if they can insert cache data here, that maybe the web server is using that rather than the database to store the login information. Unfortunately, that will not work, but it is definitely a good strategy. Okay, so now uh, the users use looking at the Metasploit framework. So they have MSF console up here, and they are waiting for the console to start. And you can see that it's up now. So they are starting to search for some exploits, which is one of the required steps for this question. So they're definitely onto something here. And they're looking for some GitLab remote code execution exploits. And some stuff for also for they look at version info for Redis. Yeah, so now they're looking at the version info, which is helpful when you're looking for specific exploits. If you know what version of the software you're trying to attack. So they're running another map scan here, probably hoping to get some more information about the specifics of what their the software that's being executed, those services. Here we can see that they are trying to build a remote code execution exploit for GitLab. Yes, so they finally got the exploit to work, and now they have remote access to GitLab. So they're now searching the file system here. So they know that they're onto something here now that they have remote access. They're searching through all the files. And shortly here, they're going to find the token for question number 2. Okay, we found something interesting. Let's see. They're going to take this token that they found, and they are getting ready to submit it and grade the challenge and success. So we have completed part 2 of this challenge. So they are trying some different Metasploit exploits on the database server. So we can see that they're trying to check some version information about the database server and then figure out if there are any matching exploits available for that specific database server. But here we see that they're connecting to the database server again. Trying to connect with a different account, hoping for elevated privileges here. I believe that they know that they have to create or update that account, so they have admin access. They're just still working out how to do that. They're using grep to search for instances of the IP address on the Redis server. So to see if anything else is maybe got a reference to it and another file somewhere. So here you can see that they're using the PS command, and they're checking for different processes and netstat to see to look at some of the active network connections on the machine to see what this machine is talking to. They are reviewing a packet capture. So uh, my guess is that they are probably looking to see if there are any credentials being passed over the network, something that they could grab so they could log in. We're still looking at the database, looking at the users table, so they still know where they need to go. Just not sure how to get the correct permissions to insert or update on that table. See them working through the database there. So trying to connect with different accounts. So they know that they need elevated permissions. They just don't have the correct account yet. Yeah, so we can see here, this is back to the SSH key gen. So they're on the developer workstation and they are generating SSH key. Um, yeah, so they've generated the key on their developer machine, but they're connecting back to the Redis command line interface. And here they're writing out the key to a file. So they save that key to a yeah, key to a local file. What they're trying to do here is create that administrative account. So they've gone back to the developer machine. And what they're doing is they're taking this the key that they generated before and they are sending it to Redis. That key is in the SSH directory. So they've saved that key on the machine. Now they're gone back in their SSH. They will SSH into the Redis box using the key to connect. Yeah. So now that they've connected over SSH with the new key that they've created. Okay, we've got a second record inserted with the admin flag set to true. So they're going to try logging in with this account. And there it is, the final token. So they have the token for question one. They're about to submit it. I believe they put that in the wrong field. There we go. Grading success. So both parts of the challenge have now successfully been solved.